Good morning, welcome. My name is Tim Shea. I'm a senior analyst from ARC Advisory Group, and thank you for joining us down at Orlando at the ARC Industry Forum. I'm here this morning with my guest, Jan Erik Johansson, upstream oil and gas industry advisor from Tata Consultancy Services. Welcome, Jan.
Good morning, Tim.
Blockchain has been getting a lot of attention recently, and was wondering if any of your customers have been asking your company about any of your solutions and services, and do you guys have any plans to support blockchain solutions in the future?
Well, I think first to say TCS is quite significantly involved in the blockchain. We have already a number of implementations, mainly in the financial sector. Now we talk about oil and gas. We've recently, I shouldn't say, over the last 6 months, seen an increase in interest. I think the industry now has moved past the initial thoughts about the negative side of blockchain, which is the latencies that has been published quite a lot around cryptocurrencies, like Bitcoin, etc. So I think people are starting looking at blockchain as a tool. They start looking, they see what they can be used for, and mostly where we see the interest is on the supply chain, and of course the financial trading or the crude trading, where it makes sense to have blockchain involved. So that's where we see it coming. So do we have it involved? Yes, we do. We're looking at it we have a big TCS practice on blockchain.
What do you see as the two biggest challenges for manufacturers and processors into 2019?
I think there's a number of challenges coming, but I think that looking forward, I think is the one is if you look at the stability of the oil price, we see a lot of movement in what's happening in the market. The oil companies wants to see stability in prices because then they can budget and run projects. And so long as that is unstable, we will see a lot of differences. I think that we've seen a downturn and the industry's reacted already.
Right, great, thank you. We're constantly hearing about new disruptive technologies finding their way to the plant floor. What disruptive technologies do you see having the greatest effect on your customers, and how will your company respond?
I think that the biggest one now we're starting to see is it's also maybe the largest hype is around the AI, artificial intelligence, and associated virtual reality. And I think that has a big impact. You see a lot of people are looking for the ultimate thing, which is the manless platforms, manless operations. So is that where they can go with AI? A lot of people are working on this, automating rig floors, automating rig operations, etc. And that will disrupt how we work, for sure.
As you're forecasting into 2019 and beyond, what do you see are the two biggest potential tailwinds, and subsequently, what do you think are potential 2 or 3 tailwinds?
Coming back to it, the headwinds is going to be what happens in the market, and the other thing is what's happening with access to the market for producers. We see that there's a lot of wells that are being drilled but not producing, and they're being left. I think I haven't looked in today, but I think the last count was somewhere around 4,500 to 5,000 existing wells that are not in production. So the problem is that all the pipelines are full. So if you don't have access to the market with your crude, you have to basically slow down your operations. I think that's going to be one of the big headwinds.
Right. Most manufacturers are seeking advanced analytic solutions today, such as predictive and prescriptive, to sort through endless amounts of data and turn that into actionable information. What advanced analytic solutions does your company offer, and is it being incorporated to other products and solutions that your company offers as well?
I think that analytics, number one, I think analytics is going to be not necessarily a separate thing. It's going to be embedded in everything we do. I think people are moving towards having some form of analytics, but I think the one thing that is a problem for the industry is the fact that we're not integrating IT and OT. We're also not looking at necessarily the data quality. So we are not a lot of data being ingested that is not of known quality, which will create problems when we go into the analytics phase. But I think we are incorporating analytics as a part of our solutions, not as necessarily a separate part. One, I think the big development is moving analytics as a service rather than a technical solution. A lot of companies don't have the resources, nor the know-how to use analytics effectively, so they're more interested in saying, can we buy this as a service from you?
Thanks very much, Jan, for speaking with me today, and thank you for watching us here at ARC Industry Forum in Orlando.